see what I'm doing. Forgot to present. So I'm going to present a window. Um, Actually, you know what? I'm going to start presenting later. For right now, I'm just going to not require pinning. Okay, so dang it, it's making me do it. Stop making me present. I don't want to present. Ah, dang it. Okay, I guess I have to present. I'm going to allow it. And then I'm just going to stop presenting immediately. I'll save the presenting until later. Oh man, that makes Brent look like crap. That's not cool. Okay.
We don't need a whole lot of help on that either.
Yeah, I think, wow, my performance of you coming in is actually pretty bad now. Interesting. Well, let's see. So, looks like, are we live yet? Restream is showing us being live. Twitch is showing us being live. Mixer. Oh, wait, I'm in the wrong position to tell on Mixer. Let's make sure that I saved the latest stuff there. Yeah, it looks like Mixer's claiming we're live. YouTube looks like we're live. So I'm going to switch over to the chat. Yep, there's people in the chat saying we're live. That's cool. Oh man. So I should break out the chat into its own little window here so I can make it small and I can see it better. Logan Felix, I am really sorry that you're having trouble downloading the game and that you're having trouble getting help. The issue is, so if you've been going to support.stateofdecay.com, well, I just unplugged my own headphones. That's not helpful. If you go to support.stateofdecay.com, that is where we normally are able to offer a lot of help to folks who are having trouble with things like, like downloading the game or whatever problems you might have. They've been pretty backed up because we have so many new people coming and trying the game out, and so they've been making steady progress on that backlog. But if you have been waiting for a little while, we're sorry about that. We're doing our best to sort of to keep up. There was a huge spike of new players that all came in at once, and so we did hire up extra consumer advocates to help people get through the process of reporting problems and stuff like that. But there was no reasonable number of people for the spike of requests that we got. So sorry about that, but we are going to be trying to keep up with things like that. Okay, so this is the pre-stream, so we're going to start the proper stream in about 7 minutes. Let us know if there's any trouble, if you have any trouble hearing us. Oh, actually, I need to make sure my game is not about to... Okay, my characters are not going to die yet. Good. I guess I'll keep the game on just because we'll make more progress towards daylight, which is always nice to look at. Anyway, so the subject today is, well, for the first half of the stream, it's just going to be me and Brant screwing around playing the game, answering your questions. Then about halfway through, Doug Williams, our very important art director who had meetings that did not allow him to come to the first half of the stream, he's going to show up about halfway through the stream, and we're going to be talking to him about some of the artwork that he's made for State of Decay, including a thing that a lot of people around here probably don't know about, which is a comic about Shaggy Jack, which is on our website. So we're going to be talking about that, looking through the comic, looking at some of Doug's art, and also looking at some of our Shaggy Jack Easter eggs. And Brand is going to be the one in charge of keeping track of the chat, because I'm terrible at that whenever I'm playing, and there's a lot of it. So that's going to be Brand's job. We appreciate Brand.
That will be my job.
So we are, as usual, kind of under quarantine because of the COVID-19 outbreak. I'm in my house. Brant is the only one allowed in the office, so he's alone over there. And together
I have a 13,000 square foot private office, which I'm really happy with.
Yeah, exactly. So together we are the State of Decay 2 quarantine stream. Big Lou's like, it's rare not to see Brant playing. Yeah, so because I'm the one streaming and I'm at my house, I'm kind of always going to have to be the one playing. So it's going to be a weird role reversal. But Brant is actually better at reading the chat than I ever am. And so you might actually get more of your questions addressed by having Brant there than you ever would by me.
Well, you're really putting the expectation pressure on me now.
Brant is going to be amazing and will not disappoint any of you at all, even in the slightest. And if he does, you should get really, really mad about it.
Yes, go to the internet and complain.
So, yeah, so we've got about 4 minutes left. So I've got the usual group that we've been playing with, but I played a little bit with them this morning to kind of get ready. I finally got them an outpost with power. So we'll be able to build some nicer things. Um, we've got, however, I have managed to make a whole bunch of um, like freaks spawn around my base. If I drive in either direction, there's a feral. There's also a pretty nearby infestation with a juggernaut tromping around nearby. So there's a lot of trouble that I can get into. We also still need to kill 3 more plague hearts to get a bounty for them, and also to make my map safe. And I believe over here somewhere, Brent, I'm gonna have to get your help a little bit finding the sort of special Easter egg that we're gonna be looking at, because I've never actually driven there myself. I've just seen other people do it,
Oh,
and so
this is going to go. This is going to go great then.
this is gonna go swimmingly, yeah. Because you're gonna have to, because Brand is gonna be watching me on a really really choppy screen, or actually, so Brent right now. Oh yeah, that's right. Because I stopped presenting to you, so maybe I do need to present so you can at least see live where I am. Because I think actual the actual stream is on a several second delay. So I'm gonna share my OBS window with you, which is gonna look weird for a second until I pin your face again. Sticking
Ouch.
pins in Brant's face is one of my favorite things to do.
Excellent.
All right, so I think we're all set up. So now Brant is going to be able to see my gameplay live-ish, but it's going to be choppy and ugly and terrible. Man, so I'm trying to cram all of my stuff on one screen because I've got this other screen over here devoted to gameplay. Oh, hey, my controller batteries are low. That's going to be a fun thing interrupting the stream. I've got some batteries here ready to go. I don't want to waste them, though, so I'm not going to put them in until I absolutely have to.
Let's see. There's a question. What are the chances we can get a small outdoor slot at the lumber mill?
Hmm.
Probably pretty low right now because the bases are, frankly, a pain in the butt to get up and running. Though this is not a unique question, and I'm going to be talking to Brian and Jeffrey about the possibilities there.
Yeah, it's interesting because the lumberyard, it offers some stuff that no other base offers, like 4 big large slots and stuff like that. And so, it's kind of it's a little bit of a glass cannon as far as bases go, because it can do some amazing things, but it also has some pretty strong weaknesses. And if we got rid
Yeah.
of all the weaknesses, the big question, and I'm not saying a decision one way or the other, because any conversation about bases has to have Brian involved with it to really make to feel like we've touched all the bases, but all the bases. But the right now, that's the reason why the lumberyard base is not just the only base.
Yeah.
Or it's one of the reasons, right? Yeah, it's got to have some kind of weaknesses.
I'm going to give you guys a virtual tour of the office right now.
It is completely. It's kind of the color of bloater cloud over there in the back. It actually kind of looks like, because of the compression on the video, it actually kind of looks like there's a bloater cloud across the room from you.
That's just me farting.
So yeah, so apologize for the video quality. It's basically we're trying to just everything, like my little cable modem over here is trying to do everything we're doing. It's trying to get Brant's video. It's trying to send Brant my OBS so that he can see what I'm doing and see what's happening on the air. It's also trying to stream this entire stream to you guys, and it's just generally on the internet. So my little cable modem, I got a new one so that we can perform as well as we could, but it's kind of being pushed to its limits there. So hopefully things will go okay.
Yeah, caught. I'm all by myself, but I am being a responsible human and socially distancing myself from everyone.
Oh yeah, I should have brought. I've got a little neck warmer I've been using as a mask lately whenever I went out. Oh hey, it looks like it's 3 o'clock, so we should actually get started on the proper stream. Y'all ready? Let's do this. Hello, survivors. Welcome to the State of Decay 2 stream. I'm your host, Jeffrey Card, streaming here from my office at home because we are still under quarantine because of the COVID-19 outbreak. So I'm not completely by myself, though. We have got Brant Fitzgerald, long distance, coming in to chat with us. Hey there, Brant.
Hello.
Brant has got a 13,000 square office all to himself. He's the only one at Undead Labs. And so the two of us are going to be playing this game. You guys know this game. This is State of Decay 2, Juggernaut Edition. And so here's the plan for today. I'm going to be playing around with the same community we've been playing with for the past few weeks. At about 3:30, Doug Williams, our art director, is going to show up. We're going to be talking about some of the Shaggy Jack Easter eggs. We're going to be talking about a comic book that he made that we posted on the web that a lot of people don't know about. And we'll be just talking through a lot of the art that he's created for the game. And it's going to be cool. But we're not there yet. Right now, I got to figure out what we're going to be doing gameplay-wise. Brant, by the way, is going to be keeping an eye on your chat. So if you got any questions about the game or comments that you'd like to share,
there's already lots and lots of questions coming in.
like, what are you going to do about this armored Zed that just climbed in the window?
No, but this is my desk. This is where the magic happens. So, what magic, I'm not sure.
The magic of bases. Bases being created.
I'm a Hufflepuff. I don't know what kind of magic that is.
Okay, so there's a few things I want to do. I might want to take out some plague hearts. I think, actually, I was really thinking of addressing an infestation problem that I have. My base, what does my base need? My base also needs food, so I need to go scavenging for some food. I think I should make myself more fire, because if I'm going to be running around dealing with infestations, fire is extremely useful for that. So let me make some more fire.
Fire is great for infestations.
9 fuel bombs is what I need. So I'm going to grab some of those fuel bombs that I just made. And then, if I do go after a plague heart, though, I'm also going to want something a little bit more substantial than a bomb. I think I'm going to want a pipe bomb as well. So let's go look at some pipe bombs.
Is there going to be an April update?
Yes, there is going to be an April update. We've announced that. I think last time Aaron was on the stream, we announced that there was going to be an April update. And we haven't given any details on exactly what it's going to be yet. It is, but you should expect it to be one of the kinds of updates that we were doing leading up to the Juggernaut Edition. So we've, expect to maybe find new bounties, a few bug fixes, that sort of thing. But we'll be able to get into full details sometime soon. Not tonight, though. Or today, depending on when you're watching this.
Metal, no, I'm not going to sing. Me singing would not raise anyone's morale.
Okay, so I've loaded up, and I just realized, this character's tired. What am I doing? Okay, here's the vehicle I'm going to use. Let me put some of her stuff in this vehicle so the next character can have it.
Are you retail, Jeffrey?
Yes, I am playing on retail. Cool. This is my proper game, which means I can't cheat. I can't do anything untoward. Uh-oh. Somebody needs some help. Well, we'll see. We'll check into that in a second. First, let's see who we should play, because it can't be this person anymore. This is Tara has been great because she helped me get all ready for this stream, but should we play Judy? Who's Judy? Oh, Judy's a pretty good character. Wow, we've apparently played her a lot. So yeah, let's
question here from something. Will UL be patching the facility mod exploit? I'm not familiar with what.
I don't know which exploit you're talking about. I mean, maybe if you tell us about it.
Yeah, I mean, have you reported it? If you have, you can. Let's see. You're on. What was that? Are you on YouTube? Where'd that question come from?
Okay, so I need lots of bullets.
Oh, I can't scroll back.
And we'll just grab back all these consumables. And right, I wanted to have a distraction. Now, distractions are not as effective in the Dread Zone here as they are in standard mode, but I feel like they might still be valuable if I want to make zombies go to a particular place before they've detected me. So, all right. So now my options. Survivors
Maximus 18677 says, "Will there be new outfits in the next update?"
We have not announced the details on that, so I'm not super comfortable saying a solid yes or no. It is pretty common for us to release new outfits whenever we do one of these standard updates, though. So I would not be surprised. Let's say that.
Yeah.
but not making any promises. You never know if at the last minute we might realize that the outfits we're doing are breaking the game in some way and we have to suddenly remove them. But, chances are you can expect to get outfits fairly frequently. Alright, so I'm headed up here because I got a call from a survivor in need. Let's see here, can I get up this way? Looks like I can.
William McAllister says, when I upgraded on PC, I lost all but 4 legacy survivors. Is this a known thing? That doesn't sound right at all.
No, I've never heard of that happening.
No, I mean, hardware shouldn't have anything to do with how our game manages your account.
Yeah, those are supposed to either... Everything in your account is either supposed to be completely limited to one particular platform or completely the same across all of them. The idea of losing just a handful of your legacy survivors, or some of them, feels really strange. That sounds like a bug we do not know about.
And please report that to support.stateofdecay.com because that sounds alarming.
Yeah, we don't want people to be... That's one of the big sort of long-term rewards of our game, is the fact you can sort of collect this group of characters that you like. And the last thing we want to do... Get away from me! The last thing we want to do is to have that become, invalidated, basically. Oh, wait, that's not a window that I can go out of. What am I thinking? This is bad. Okay, my goal was to set the room on fire and jump out the window. But that did not go as planned. Okay. But I did kill a lot of zombies.
I don't know where you grew up, Jeffrey, but setting yourself on fire was one of the first things that my grandmother taught me not to do.
Right?
I don't know if it's different in other parts of the country.
Whoa, I just destroyed 100 hordes in Dread or Nightmare zones. Well, someone did anyway. I'm pretty sure a lot of those were destroyed by you when you were playing on my account.
That's okay. It's a team effort. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think, I'm not sure what happened to the person who summoned me over here. They're probably dead. I mean, look at all these zombies. Oh, yeah, here they are. Sorry about that, buddy.
Right in the middle of where the fire was. Go figure. Go figure.
All right, well, they've got some stuff here. Yeah, I'll grab this. All right, well, at least, took down an infestation-y-like thing.
Sorry if I'm not getting to all your questions. I'm watching a restream chat that's feeding all of the services in, so they're flying by pretty fast.
Yeah, no matter what, we're not going to be able to get to every question, but we're going to try, Brant's going to try to get as many as he can, and then we've also got our moderators watching the chat and feeding questions to Brant via Slack. And so hopefully if we miss some of them, we'll be able to catch up with them that way. But either way, if we can't get to all of your questions, we're really sorry, because we love interacting with you folks and hearing what you have to say about the game and giving you answers to your questions and all that stuff. This is our favorite thing to do, so it's definitely not for lack of trying if it doesn't work out.
Arrow 2001, in support of your unique way of fire solving that last problem, Jeffrey, says, yes. In the words of the venerable Fall Down Go Boom, if you aren't willing to set yourself on fire, you're not willing to win.
Well, good. I'm glad. I feel like having his approval for my strategy makes it legitimate all of a sudden.
Yes.
Okay, so I've got a problem here, which is there has been a juggernaut tromping around this area for a while.
And you think you're up to the task?
No, that's my problem. I do not think I'm up to the task. So I think, okay, I am going to try to attract as many of the zombies in this infestation over here as I can. Stop that. And then I'm going to set them all on fire. So unfortunately, because this is a dread zone, this is not just going to immediately pull them off me, but I'm hoping it'll pull anyone out of the house that is still in the house, which might be nobody. Maybe there's nobody in this house. Well, then what I want to do is make sure that I get as many zombies in this as I can.
Are you Dread mode?
I'm in Dread Zone, yes.
Yeah, if they saw you, they're not going to be tricked by something as simple as fireworks, my friend.
Yeah, my thought was that if there was some still in the house, the fireworks would bring them out all to the same place.
That was an effective use of fire right there. That was good.
Yeah, that's what that's for. Okay, didn't get everybody, though. But I've got another fire... Nope, get off me. Got another firebomb. The thing about firebombs, well, first of all, they catch you on fire just as well as the zombies. But the other thing is they're not as loud as guns. And so even though I know there is a juggernaut somewhere in this area, if I'm just using melee and fire to take these zombies down, I think that means the jug will not hear me. So now I've just got to find these screamers. There's still at least one screamer in here. Okay, so here's a problem. The screamer's inside of a house, and I've got a bounty to kill screamers with vehicles. So
You're going to carry him outside?
yeah, I don't know what Cash Beaumont's problem is and why he needs me to kill them with vehicles, but now he's outside.
Because
I'm extremely tired.
If you think about it, Cash Beaumont is a really sick individual.
That is the impression that I'm getting. Okay, so he's still outside? There we go.
I suspect he's making all this into like a reality TV show.
Yeah, he's got hidden cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I've got so I have not been able to recruit a mechanic yet because I've got a mechanic textbook, but someone decided that fifth skills could not be respect. So because of that, I don't have a mechanic on my team, and toolkits are extremely rare. So I'm using my only toolkit. But it's worth it because this car is amazing.
Magic Man has a great idea, and one that I'm 100% behind and willing to actually throw my considerable weight behind.
Yes.
We need a taco truck in the game.
You know what? That's true. What was the wasn't there a game that like someone in the Romero family made that was like a zombie taco truck or something like that?
Yes, there was some apocalypse zombie taco truck game that basically all you did was just drive down a straight road, if I recall correctly.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think it involved also hitting zombies with things. But yes,
probably.
Oh, wait! I see there's a screamer.
Your mom's. Okay. Your mom's is. That's what I'm gonna call you. Aesthetically, I would like to see changes in climate, rain, snow, thunderstorms, stuff like that. So would we.
Yeah, we would. Oh no, Farrell! I'm sorry, I was about to answer your question, but nope. Okay, there we go. Oh, home free. Yeah, we would love to see that too. Yeah, I agree. It's just, this particular iteration of the franchise doesn't seem like we could easily support it, but that doesn't mean that, our goal is for this franchise to continue with multiple games into the future. So the fact that has been such a popular request is, going to weigh heavily in our minds. That's definitely not a promise that we'll do it in the next game we work on or any particular thing, but we know you guys want it, and that is going to matter to us.
And it's not like we sat around and said, you know what nobody wants is weather.
Yeah.
We never reached that. It was always like, what else would we have to give up to get a good looking weather system in here? And we were going to have to give up too much. Yeah. It would take away from a lot of other aspects of the game that were already well established.
Yeah. And the other thing we definitely did not do was think, what would really make our audience disappointed in us? Oh, I know. Let's do that.
Yes. Absolutely.
We're not leaving weather out just because we, want to make you cry. That's not what it is.
Something Viskid says, you could give up fireworks launchers. No way.
and also irrelevant, but yes.
Yes. No way. If it were that easy, certainly we would have, but we'd have to give up a lot more. I mean, we're talking. I wouldn't even know how to get into like timing that out. It's probably 6-7 months of work with programmers that aren't even on staff. We don't even have the people that would that would have the time to do that.
All right. So my goal right now is to take down another plague heart because I need to. So I have the exact right number of plague hearts on this map to complete the bounty that I'm working on. I should also be killing more zombies in stealth because that is another. I'm really close to getting that get that one done. Once I'm done with that, I got to make sure that that I've completed all the bounties in the critical response pack because that is the pack that's going to go away eventually. We're not going to,
temporarily.
yeah, temporarily. We're not going to
Yeah,
be getting rid of it in April, but it's still not going to be that long for this world. It's going to go to make room for other stuff sometime soon afterwards.
yeah, we need to make that clear. Is that the bounties that go away? It's on a cycle now because we have enough bounties that it's filling up our UI, and so things are going to be on a cycle.
Yeah.
They'll periodically come back, and there is the chance that whoa, what's that guy doing?
I don't know. He's a jerk. You can tell from the
Hanging
glowing
out,
red eyes.
hanging out in the bedroom. Not anymore. Now he's lying down in the bedroom. Um,
That's what it's for.
yeah, so the there's a possibility that as we roll um, packs back into the game, that they might have new bounties or new things to get. So we'll see. That's not a promise, but that's something we're looking at doing with packs that come out of retirement.
Yeah. So if a pack goes away, that does not mean that it's gone forever. It does not mean you can't ever get that stuff. It just means that right now we need to make some room for something new. But eventually, we'll have the opportunity to bring a lot of that stuff back. So, yeah, our goal, like I think my favorite idea, like right now, people who are still playing the Year One Survival Edition of State of Decay 1, they're still getting these regular. Oh crap!
The challenges.
Yeah, the regular challenges. Every month there's a challenge that unlocks a prize in the game, and they can still do that today. And so our hope is that the Bounty Broker can become something like that, where even after we've had to move on to something completely new, this game can keep sort of giving new players interesting stuff to do every single month. By cycling through this stuff. But that means we gotta sort of start setting that precedent now.
EPE Pictures from YouTube asks, can we please have an AI update to let companions use weapons? And the only thing I can say is that we are actively looking into companion AI as a quality of life issue. So
Yeah. Oh.
stay tuned.
Hey, there's a zombie in the middle of the ground. Do you think I should run
Don't
it
hit
over?
that. No, you should try to resuscitate him.
Okay, so I actually am running low on fuel, so let me pop out of the car, make sure I've got enough to get to these other plague hearts. Emma Rose wants to know, how did you carry that screamer? So if you hold down the right trigger, that is a grapple button. It used to be the only way to finish a zombie was to grapple them and then hit the attack button. So you basically hold the right trigger and then hit X to attack. Now we've simplified that and just put it on the Y button to finish a zombie. So there's a lot of people who are starting the game now who are never going to learn how to grapple. But that is grabbing. You can grab with the right trigger. And I believe, I don't remember which button we ended up putting it on the latest version of the control scheme on PC. It might be X. I would try X. And if it's not X, I'm sorry, but it's also listed in the in the key binding screen, so you can find it there. But yeah, there is a grapple key also on PC. And you just have to hold it down basically, and then once you're holding a zombie, you can kill it, you can throw it. There's like several things you can do. In fact, one of Brant's best strategies is he'll grab one zombie, throw it at the other zombies, and it'll knock them all into a stagger, which will make them easier to deal with one at a time. So I'm just going to drive through people's backyards because they're dead. They don't care. They just watched me go right by.
EP asked another question. Another question for Undead Labs. Does Coach from the trailer exist in the game as a canon character? No. No. There's all of our characters are scanned, sort of regular Joes like us. To put a SAG actor's face in the game would have cost us a lot more money.
Yeah.
Last magazine. Better make these shots count.
But I love those. I love those live action trailers.
Yeah, those are really cool.
Those are so well done.
I hope nothing heard that.
And we basically had nothing to do with them. Somebody just told us that they were going to make those. We're like, okay. And yeah, they ended up looking great. Okay, so I've got 3 more of these. This is not safe pipe bomb usage in real life, just so you know. Throwing one to the next room. And oh my gosh, what? No. Nope.
I see you invited a friend.
Yes. And
Nice.
take
Nice
that guy
save.
down.
Take it down before it gets too close.
Woo. Okay. 11 out of 12
You,
play cards.
so there's a question. Yes, we know modders play this game. It's on PC. So modders are gonna mod. We don't we don't. I mean, we don't have an official stance other than enjoy your game, but don't ruin somebody else's.
Yeah.
Um,
Like
don't
occasionally,
don't
yeah.
We're
Go
good
ahead.
to go.
don't go into somebody else's game if you have modded content and just start dropping modded stuff because that's BS. Unless they want it, right? Because,
Yeah.
but I mean, we're not going to come out with an official stance against it simply because we don't. This isn't a competitive game,
That's a bummer.
and it's not going to. The only thing it's going to do is change their game, right? So
Yeah.
if we had a PvP mode, then we'd probably spend a lot more time dealing with
Not exactly what I was
modded
hoping
content,
for.
stuff like that. But right now, we it doesn't change anything if people aren't jerks about it. So
Yeah. We
if
had
you're
this.
if you're if you're a modder, go ahead and mod, but don't be an ass and go into somebody else's game and screw up their game with modded content if they don't want you to.
Yeah, so we had an issue for a while, for instance, where if a modder could give like an item tons and tons of durability, and then whenever somebody would what's the word for it, salvage it in their supply locker, it would we call it glitter bombs because it would leave millions of parts in their inventory in their supply locker, and it would just become that part of their supply locker would just become unnavigable because it'd be so full of parts. And I don't even know if that was intentional. That's just probably just a regular side effect of having of having durability that high. But we ended up putting in a safeguard against that because that was the way that modders were actually able to affect and kind of mess with other people's games. But most of the time, most of the modding that goes on in our game doesn't affect other people's games. And so, yeah, if somebody wants to entertain themselves that way, hey, it's good practice. A lot of people who are in the game industry, started out as modders. So
Yeah.
I've got one plague heart left. And I think we've got enough time to take care of it before Doug gets here.
Waxel says motorcycles, skateboards, bikes, and scooters would be awesome, and zombies on roller skates.
I'm trying to imagine a zombie on roller skates. I don't know if they would necessarily retain the skill with roller skates. I think they would just be getting up and falling down, getting up and falling down.
Would a feral have 4 roller skates?
Yes, it would be like those guys in Return to Oz. You remember those guys?
It would be hilarious.
Do you remember Return to Oz though? Because those guys chasing Dorothy was amazing. Oh yeah, no that was the creepiest thing about that show, and that was a creepy show.
Return to Oz.
Fairuza Balk as a kid, as Dorothy. It was a crazy. It was like from the '90s. It was a crazy weird show.
Okay, I was watching strictly action movies by Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jean-Claude Van Damme, and
that's true.
Was like at that point in my life.
That's right. You are like 10 years older than me. That's correct.
I am way old. I am real. I shouldn't even be here. I should be retired.
I do not agree, Brant. I think that we should just be working you straight into the ground until you're nothing but paste.
Well, you guys are trying hard. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, so hopefully, yeah. Now I'm starting to wonder if I have enough gas to get there, but yes, okay, we are going to get there. One more plague heart. And then we're going to be pretty close to... Oh, yeah, right, you can't go through these trees. We're going to be pretty close to legacying with this community. Oh, no! I have hit too many zombies with this car. I should have been hitting them with the back of the car. We've actually got one of the community spotlight videos we want to watch today involves using the back of a car to hit zombies.
Yeah, when are we doing that?
Okay, so we're going to have Doug come in. We're going to chat with him for a little bit. Then maybe, 10 minutes from the end, we'll do a community spotlight. Something like that. So if you're into community spotlight, we've got a bunch of it. It's all from Reddit today.
Will there be a Halloween event? I mean, that's a long way off.
Yeah, we haven't planned one way or another that far in the future. Oh, I'm in the same room as this thing. Oh, and also zombies. Did you know there's zombies in this game, Brant? There's zombies in here.
That might be a modded thing. I'm not sure.
You think somebody modded zombies into our game?
Somebody modded zombies into our tranquil survival game.
You messed with
Oh,
the
oh!
wrong
Okay, okay. So, I don't have anything but bullets to throw at this thing. And now I don't have those either. Okay, so, I've got it halfway down. Oh, wait, I did not mean to actually attack the plague heart. No,
Oh, don't go in there.
stop attacking the plague heart, you idiot.
Red mist is bad, man.
Yeah, I know. So, this is, oh, my controller disconnected because I'm out of batteries. So let me just, let me solve
Perfect.
that problem. Oh, where did these batteries come from? I've never even heard of this brand. No wonder
Only
they
the
ran out.
only the best content on this channel.
Oh yeah, no.
Only the best content.
If you were in the pre-stream, you know we planned for this. This is an intentional piece of content for you to enjoy.
That's right.
Okay, so the problem is, and I should probably write a bug report on this. It is really easy to auto-target. Oh, I need to get out of here. To auto-target the plague heart when it's dangerous, and that should not be happening. Okay, so
We might get to see the death of Jeffrey. I hope you go back to get that sweet firearm that you have, though. That's a good one.
is that a feral in there? It's a feral
Oh,
in
you
there.
have a feral joining the party.
Oh, hey, I can equip this. I didn't even know I had another one. Okay, great.
Oh, you're gonna get eaten so bad.
Dang it! Get the head! I'm just
Oh,
ignoring the other zombies around me because, oh, good, the feral's going after my friend. I mean, oh, that's so bad that the feral's going after my friend. Okay. Oh
All right.
gosh.
You are off my list of people to join in the apocalypse, Jeffrey. If you're excited about that.
Oh, get off me. All right. We can do this. We can do this.
We're gonna see it, kids. This is it.
Nope. We're fine. Oh wait. Oh, is that still? I thought I got that feral. I think it just fell down and played possum for a
I
second.
guess I'm
No, you didn't get him. There's some evidence to prove that you didn't.
Oh, you think there might be video evidence?
Yeah.
Okay. Stop kicking
Fiery-
zombies.
Beats and Buttons says Fiery Freaks would be a great addition. We already have that, man. Light a jug on fire. He stays on fire.
Whew. Okay. I'm all out of bullets again. This is going great. Okay. This is fine.
Yeah, it looks fine.
Yeah, no, this is good. I got all these walls between me and the zombies. No, get off my door, you jerk. Get off. Woo! All right. Yes. Yeah, I just drove into a random light pole. I'm doing great. Okay, so we have got an outpost way too far away. So apparently everyone in the chat is adding me as a friend now. I do have a general policy not to just return random friend invites, just because you never know. This is the internet. But I appreciate it. I appreciate the sentiment, even if I'm not going to be directly returning the favor. All right. Whew. We made it. We're alive. Now we just got to get to that outpost. Wow, this place looks so tranquil now. So peaceful. Who's this guy? Oh,
Yeah,
no.
because you invited all the zombies to that one house, apparently.
Exactly. Every single zombie in the map is over there. Wait, is this...
Little house party going on.
Oh, no, I still want to go further on. All right, well, it's 3:30, so any second now, Doug Williams could show up. We could hear his voice coming in, and then I need to do some gymnastics. Wait. Did I just hear somebody?
Yes, you did.
What was that? Is Doug secretly hiding behind the scenes?
I'm secretly here.
Okay, well, let me get to a spot where I can actually mess with stuff and get your face on the screen. Let me just get to this outpost. How long have you been haunting us, Doug?
8 or 9 years.
JBG1K says, is there any plans to make it so hostile enclaves will come to your base and attack you? Not in their current superhuman form, because that would just be like the worst thing ever. They just show up and one shot all your people. I like the idea though.
So, okay, we've got Brant here. That he has been our guest for a little while. Hello, Brant. I'm gonna try to
Hi.
switch it over. What is the right way to do this here? So, sorry, I'm just kind of messing around here. I'm gonna try to make Doug Williams our new star. Here we are.
Oh,
Yeah,
There's Doug Williams. So I'll get you
Yeah,
labeled
right.
wrong, Doug. Here you go. You're Doug Williams. This is Doug
Oh.
Williams. He is our art director, and also he and Brant were the originators of the idea for State of Decay, and so we've kind of got the original old school creators of State of Decay on the chat with us, and so we've got Doug here for a few different reasons. One of the reasons is we want to talk about Shaggy Jack. Now, there is a Shaggy Jack Easter egg around here somewhere, and unfortunately, I've always had somebody else able to drive me there, and I have not had to get there on my own power, ever. And so I'm wondering if, Brant, about where do I need to go?
Fix your car first.
Oh yeah, that's right. I've got a bunch of repair kits. That's true. I'm also running low on gas. Hopefully that doesn't hurt me too bad. But yeah, so Doug, the whole idea
Yes.
of Shaggy Jack, where did that come from?
That one, I actually don't have the best answer. I think it was something that came up with the people who were putting together the Juggernaut game, and I think Andy, our writer, actually came up with the name Shaggy Jack. And at the time, I think it was just meant to be like a brand that was like off on the side of the road, like a restaurant. And the level artist decided to have some fun with it, which is
Well, I can add a little bit more to that. Since we decided to make this more of a very sort of Pacific Northwest theme, and on the western side of the mountains primarily, that's logging was king in this area back in the day, and there's a little town outside of Seattle called Shelton, and it was forever a logging community, and they had one of those big cheesy statues of crap, the guy with the
Paul
bull.
Bunyan?
I can't remember. Yeah, Paul Bunyan. And since so many people associate the Pacific Northwest with Bigfoot as well, it just seemed like the right thing to do. Make him a logger Sasquatch.
And so now this isn't the first time that we've had just weird, interesting little brands that were created for the game that are only subtly referenced. Like there was a comic book. There's what was it? A first edition of a comic book that one of our missions had you go after called Gentleman Cadaver.
Yeah.
And you actually made comic book covers for that. We shared them on a previous stream, I believe, and I forgot to include them on today's stream. But have you had like a long-standing interest in like comic books and comic book covers and things like that, Doug?
yeah,
We need
oh,
to turn around.
absolutely. I
Have you turned around
actually
and passed
like when I first started heading down the road of wanting to do art. Like when I was in school, I was a huge comic book fan. Especially people like Mike Mignola, all kinds of different manga, Otomo, and all these different things. So I actually thought coming out of school that was what I would probably be doing, was comics, if I was talented enough. And in the end, though, luckily I got a job in games coming out of school, and then kind of stuck with that ever since. And so recently on SOD2, I had a couple chances. One was Gentleman Cadaver, which is clearly a nod at Mike Mignola and Jack Kirby. If you see the images, I can see if I can find them later.
Yeah, I would love to see a full-on Gentleman Cadaver comic. What that story would be about.
Yeah, I mean, I would too.
Yeah. Doug, I was hoping that would get filled out to be a full comic, because I've been friends with Doug for 23 years now, and he kind of really got me into Mike Mignola's stuff, and So when I saw Gentleman Cadaver come out, I was so excited that you were just going to go ahead and make a full comic out of it, Doug.
Yeah, maybe
Yes.
Jeffrey,
someday.
Yeah, have I
Jeffrey,
passed it again?
you need to go back to the map real quick, and then
It's somewhere over here,
it's
isn't
right.
it?
You just had your cursor basically right on it, so you're going to have to drive up as far as you can, and then get out and walk the rest of the way.
Okay, so is it north of this outpost? Is it over here?
It's right around in. It's right where the thing is now. Okay, it's
Okay.
right up in there somewhere.
Okay, so get as close as I can via car, and then I need
Yeah.
to figure out where it is. Where is the pass that I can actually walk through?
It's just see how far up the hill you can drive right there.
So yeah, so this is we've already had lots of. Oh yeah, this looks like someplace I might be able to navigate on foot only. And I think I might see a feral
Yeah,
up there. So
that's where you want to go. You want to follow that up there.
unfortunately, I think there's a feral guarding the way, so we're gonna have to be very, very quiet.
Yeah, especially since you didn't change out this heavily damaged character, which is part of the part of the way we play State of Decay. I don't know if you've played this game very much, Jeffrey.
Yeah. Oh, look at that guy. He's up there. He's just waiting for me.
You don't have any bullets left, do you?
I have no bullets.
Something really nice.
We're fine. We're fine. I don't even
This
need to
is good
sneak.
stuff.
It's okay. It's okay. Oh, I do need to sneak. I totally need to sneak. Now that he's facing my direction.
If you sprint there, the people might be able to see you die right in front of it, which would be
Really
a
kind of
good place
perfect.
to-
I'd
would be a good
be the
place to
last
sacrifice
sacrifice. Yeah, to Shaggy Jack. Oh wait, why is he moving faster? That doesn't mean anything, does it? I'm assuming that doesn't mean anything.
No, but Doug is one
Oh,
of the
what?
people.
No.
Doug is one of the people that when
Here we are.
he usually
Oh
comes
my
up
gosh!
with you made it.
Yep, we're here. We're totally here.
Make sure you stand in the middle of the circle because when you die, it's going to be epic.
Yeah, right here. There we go. Oh no, come on. Oh no!
Yeah,
Okay. Well, I think the name of this stream when we put it on YouTube is going to have to be "Sacrifice to Shaggy Jack."
Yeah, the sacrifice.
All right, so Doug, you made a comic for Shaggy
I did.
Jack.
Yeah.
So did you just sort of go off on your own and do this, or did anybody ask you to?
Actually, our producer Aaron at one point said, "Hey, it'd be really cool if we had some sort of like comic attached to this, just for fun." And then mentioned Shaggy Jack, and I was like, "Yeah, that'd be fun." And then it was one of these things where the level artist showed me. I think it was Chris showed me the first time that area, the sort of secret that you just sacrificed your own character at. So it fits the theme. And I started getting this idea for a comic and like what these like this cultish group of people who believe in Shaggy Jack might be. And so I had the idea and it sat in my head for a while and then I kind of forgot it. And then Aaron said, "Hey, do you think you can have that comic like in a few days?" And I was like, "Oh crap." So
So okay. So I was thinking that we
then I
might.
banged it out.
I'm thinking we might do like a dramatic reading of the comic real quick, and we've also
That'd be
got a
great.
link. We got a link to this that we can share. We'll put it when this goes out on YouTube. We'll put it in the doobly doo down below. But it's on our website, and I think that the moderators might be able to share a link in the chat if people want to follow along themselves. But
There it is. It's already up.
so the thing that I love about this, it reminds me a lot of the Black Freighter, but we can talk about that in a minute. So here we go. I remember when I saw you. Oh wait, I'm grabbing the wrong thing. I'm trying to make this work in OBS and it's not working for me. Okay, here we go. I remember when I saw you. I knew what you were asking of me, even back then. I just wasn't ready. They didn't believe me. I guess I don't blame them. Eventually I did find some believers. They also wanted to bask in your natural glory. We looked for you often. They wanted to see you as much as I did. They began to think you didn't exist. But I told them that faith was part of believing in you. grabbing the wrong thing again. Okay. As we got older, we spent more and more time in the woods. Our little group grew. And eventually we escaped to our own space. We built a shrine to worship, but our artistic skills were lacking. You deserved better. Luckily, others also revered you, though for different reasons. We would borrow their work for your glory. We danced in joy and brought you offerings. That was when you spoke again to me. Blood of man. It wasn't hard to find you a gift. Oh, these people. I assumed this would bring you to us, but you didn't arrive. Come out with your hands up! My faith faltered. Had we been forsaken? Who the hell are these guys? Freeze! Freeze! No, not forsaken. Rewarded. You had rewarded us with our own world. The gift of wild freedom. An abundance of guilt-free offerings to your glory. Like me. Praise be to you, Finn. So, that is Shaggy Jack the comic. Reminds me so much of the Black Freighter. It's just like horrific madness as somebody's just losing their mind.
Yeah, I kind of have a weird sense of humor, and so there's this piece of me too that likes it. Like, there's this sort of like loser cult. Like it's sort of sad that they borrowed like chainsaw art for their idol.
Yeah, I like that they were trying for so long to make their own chainsaw art, and they just sucked at it, and that's why they had to steal a Shaggy Jack.
There's a bunch of frames of that too. I wasn't sure what to do. One of them had like macaroni art that was like just taped up on a tree and stuff. Like it didn't look quite right. So I just kept trying and trying. But
yeah, one thing I love about this too is that these people didn't start doing this after the zombie apocalypse. You kind of imagine that, of course, everyone goes crazy after the apocalypse. But these people were already murdering and sacrificing people before the zombie apocalypse began. The zombie apocalypse was like a fulfillment of what they've been looking for.
Yeah, they view it as sort of their like opening the doors to them being able to do whatever they want and live the life they want. So they think it's great.
Yeah, they're just. It's awesome. Okay, so this is not the only sort of art on the side that you've created for State of Decay. You're also the guy behind all of our achievement art, which is some of my favorite stuff that we've got. So, like, for instance, most of the State of Decay 2 achievements look like this. This is my favorite one. I have this as my desktop background at work. But you can just see the rage in this guy. But you established... Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I have a ton of fun with the achievement art. I'm a huge fan of 80s comics because I'm old. And I was young when they were in the 80s.
Yeah.
But like Bill Sienkiewicz, and there's like George Pratt and all these different artists, Kent Williams. So at one point I remember you had asked like if I could do achievement art, and I was like, sure. And I just got to run with it. And now it's like one of my favorite things to do for the studio. And plus I like giving for people who really want achievements, I hope that they like them. I hope they feel like, I got something cool for this. So, because some of our achievements are, I can't get them, but they're hard.
Yeah, we did. We do every time we give someone an achievement. We also give them the screenshot. We give them the art that they can. I'm not exactly sure how you obtain the art, but it is officially a reward for getting our achievement. Is you get access to this art that you can use as a desktop background or whatever. This style of illustration, though, it's really fascinating. It's different from the game. It's kind of its own thing, but I really like that about our achievements, that they've kind of got their own unique style to them.
Yeah, it was funny. I remember, I think it kind of started, it was a little weird. I was like trying to think of what if there's like a naturalist in our State of Decay world, and I was going to do like these kind of line drawings that were just loose, and they kind of grew out of that.
I was going to say, I really like the sort of the shading around like the wrinkles on the pants and stuff. It's a very distinctive way to approach that, and it looks really, really nice.
Well, and the other part of it too is that usually it's like, hey, can we do 15 of these in a week? So you got to be kind of quick.
Yeah, that's true. Like one thing, so the Daybreak set is really nice. I love the way that you've sort of you've got this sort of same background that they're all building from, and then the environment is always done as like blueprints, but then everything that's living in the environment is like full color art. It looks really kind of an interesting contrast.
Yeah, I think that's it's our artists are like that. We just it's that contrast to like the Clio and that different idea, bringing in the blue from the night and stuff. But we just it's that fun, artsy fartsy, highfalutin ideas that only really I love.
So this was one of my favorite ones from Daybreak. Because this was for getting through getting through an entire Daybreak mission with no deaths. And
Yeah.
so my favorite thing is writing these achievements, like writing the names and descriptions, and then having you literally interpret them as like, death is just like, what? Nobody died today. And similarly,
Well, that was
go ahead.
like I was just gonna say sometimes it's hard, like you have the idea, like I remember that one. I was like, what do I do? And I think I started drawing some other ones that had like another couple like survivors standing over a bunch of bodies and stuff. But I've done that one a few times.
Yeah,
So it's
we'll
kinda
get to
nice
that. So one of my favorite really literal interpretations that you did was the one about all of the ones that had to do with surviving a certain number of zombie waves in Daybreak.
Oh yeah.
You have this wave of zombies about to crash.
Yeah. These are actually going through them now. I'm looking at them again, some of them for the first time in a long time. It's like, these are so fun to do.
Yeah, yeah. So one of my favorites. So when we released Choose Your Own Apocalypse, it came with a few achievements, and one of them we had given it a name that was I think it was one about going and playing a game in Nightmare, and so we done a reference to Enter Sandman, and so I think we called it like Exit Light or something like that, and so you did a literal Sandman fighting zombies.
Yeah.
Got like a bag of sand, like twinkly sand behind him.
Yeah. I do love the idea of the Sandman just pummeling a bunch of zombies. Like,
Yeah. And I love his red eyes. It's like he's never slept. He's just up all night helping everyone else go to sleep, giving them his sleep.
it's the best part is, like, I know we're like referencing a different metal band, and all I could hear the whole time this was playing was the Mr. Sandman, bring me a dream, like, over and over in my head as I'm working on it.
Yeah, totally.
Boom, 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 boom.
Okay, so you mentioned characters standing over piles of bodies. It turns
Yeah.
out, yeah, I think you've done about 5 different achievement arts that are a person standing in the middle of a pile of bodies. We've got a person standing exhausted in a pile of gore. We've got somebody killing the last zombie in a massive pile of zombies. We've got somebody just just waist deep in bloaters, pulling
gross.
bloater guts out. This is one of my favorite ones right here.
Yeah, which one was that? It was for a harvest thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was for harvesting the glands from the bloaters.
Right, like organ harvester or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. I love the giant basket full of guts.
Yes. Just carrying them all around.
This is such a Doug drawing too, by the way.
This one is my favorite one because this one looks like she just crapped out a plague heart. She's like,
He's
oh
using
man,
it as a toilet.
I was backed up for like 5 days. I didn't know what was going on.
Wow.
It does look like that.
Wow, this stream is over.
Sorry, Brett. And I'm sorry for everyone who listened to that, especially Doug. Let's just change the subject to with the Juggernaut edition, we came up with again a new dose of achievements. And this was one of my favorite ones. This one was 88 miles per hour. It's for putting on a puffy jacket and driving at 88 kilometers per hour through our game. And you just got this, I don't know, you really kind of hammered home the Back to the Future reference.
Yeah. I figured since you guys started down that road, I should go run with it. And so
But I love
that's
this
actually
sort of...
the car from the first trailer that we put out like years ago. And so I just took it, stretched it, and then blackened it up so I could kind of get a graphic look on it. And then this one wasn't coming together. I was like, I think I messed up, because there's a few times like I'll do these and like I get to a point where it's like it's not happening, so I'll start over. And this one I was kind of feeling that until I put in like the grid on the ground, and then it was like, oh, now it's 1984 and I'm happy. So
yeah, no, exactly. I was about to say this looks like it's got such that like early 90s neon sort of look to it that I don't know. I see this kind of art all the time because I listen to synthwave music on YouTube, and it's just the visualization is always something like this.
Hey, Jeffrey. Jeffrey, move your cursor out of Doug's eye, please.
Oh, I'm sorry, I couldn't see it. Okay. Excuse me.
It's what's funny about these is like the last couple waves of achievement art I've done. I really had a lot of fun with bringing in pinks, which so I don't know. I just think it's a color I like, and it's kind of fun to bring it into like a zombie game.
Yeah.
But I never knew like it was expensive in Photoshop. I've been using Photoshop for 30 years now, and so like there's a limit. There's a size that these all have to be, and suddenly the achievement art was coming back, like getting kicked back to me, and they're like 5K over, 10K over, and I was like, what is going on? I couldn't figure it out, and I finally at one point just started desaturating a piece of like one of these, like with the desaturation tool, and then saving it, and I could watch the K, like the bytes just dropping each time. So I got it just underneath where it needs to be. And I remember this one, like you can see around like the base tires there, like it's a little duller, and it's because I was tapping away the desaturation so that I could get this in there.
I didn't know pink is a more expensive color than gray.
I didn't either. So. I got a lot of bugs on it
though. Okay, so we've got this, and then the last one I wanted to show. This one actually got called out by some of our fans on Twitter, who think this is their one of their favorite images that we've had, in the achievement so far. This is for shooting, putting on a cowboy hat and shooting 3 zombies rapid fire with a revolver.
Yeah,
it's called Howdy Howdy Howdy. I just love this zombie gunslinger guy. I mean, nothing to do with the game at this point. It's just illustrating the achievement, but it is gorgeous.
Yeah, I think that's the fun part about the achievements is that, or at least my interpretation of them, and I guess it's canon now because they're in the game, but I can do whatever I want. So, so I read that one, and I had like originally I was gonna do like a person shooting. I actually did this one at home, sitting on my couch on the iPad. I was like doodling, and it just kind of came to me drawing a zombie with guns, and so there it is.
All right. Well, the real P1 wants to know which is the most difficult achievement art, I think, to make for you. Like, what is there one that stood out as being a really particularly hard one, or a type of them that's really hard?
There's some of the ones that are a little more obscure. I can't remember what it was called, but there's one. I remember it was basically just you had to either have a lot of guns or you used a lot of guns. I can't remember the name of it. And trying to come up with a piece that was like kind of cool or different. But not just be like a gun sitting there was a tough one. And so I think I had that one. I did a bunch of like guns. I almost started thinking of them as like ships, like capital ships from like Star Blazers.
Oh, like all lined up in formation?
Yeah, and I gave them like these lines, and they're all like pink, and then I threw like a duotone kind of halftone pattern on them. And then in the end, I actually kind of like that one. It ended up being one of my favorites. But it was, I remember I went around and around. Like I think I did like 3 different versions of that one before it stopped.
Well, we only have about 6 minutes left, so let me quickly jump to Community Spotlight. Okay. Because this is something we really like to do periodically, is show some of the things that players of the game have been creating or sharing online. And this time we found a bunch of stuff on Reddit that we wanted to share. So the first one of these comes from SN Falconer. They just wanted to show off that they had that they had played this game for 1,000 hours. And they had killed over 100,000 zombies. And so they see here. I wrote down notes of exactly what it was that they said. They said, "I just broke 1,000 hours in the game. I don't know if I should be proud or ashamed." And so we think you should be proud. That's a pretty big accomplishment, and we're really grateful for people spending that long playing our game. The next one is Alpha 30K. They took this shot of a vehicle that they had just found. They had just called in the world, and in the back they found a roll of toilet paper. And they said, I guess the group that dropped me this salvage vehicle pickup were COVID-19 preppers before the zombie outbreak. And there's several people who've been pointing out that we have toilet paper as a luxury item in the game, and being amused by that, because apparently that really is, when apocalyptic things happen, that is one of the first things people go for. The next one comes from Foons4. This right here is, he labeled this one Star-Crossed Lovers. He's got one person who recently died, who fell down, and is now holding hands with somebody who was already dead on the ground. So, unfortunately, the apocalypse did not work well for this couple. Next up, we have Roy Kemp. Roy Kemp found this person who's looking sick next to a table with a dead body on it. And he said, well, if she ate that, no wonder her stomach hurts. The Tiny Asian came up with this. So they were going to promote somebody to leader whose name was Bob. And so they were thinking, you know what, we should make Bob a builder. And so actually, no, I guess this Bob showed up already wanting to be a builder. So we actually have a Bob the Builder reference in our achievements. I think that the achievement for either winning the game with a builder or just selecting a builder is called Can we fix it? Yes, we can. And so we're all on the same page about Bob the Builder being awesome.
For those of you without kids, that's something that's stuck in your brain as soon as you do have kids and start showing them Bob the Builder.
The next one is from Soldier X Titan. So Soldier X Titan just wanted to share this screenshot and said, can we just take a moment to appreciate the beauty of this game? And we really appreciate it when people do stuff like this. I mean, especially, environment artists, like Brant, I imagine, seeing this stuff on the internet is very, feels good.
Hey, anytime people appreciate, the work that a lot of people have put in on this game, aesthetically, it always feels good.
The next one is from 35. So this is actually a video. So I really wanted to get to this one. This is the one I've been referring to that takes advantage of the back end of a vehicle. So they're sitting here in this car, this boat of a car, and they just keep backing into this pair of Blood Plague Juggernauts. Now, normally a Blood Plague Juggernaut will just destroy your vehicle if you run into it. But the back of your car is more resilient than the rest of your car. And this has been true in State of Decay for a very, very long time. But the thing that's nice about this is he manages to take both of them out with one move, which is just great.
Nice.
And finally, this is one that actually we were going to try to get in last week and we couldn't quite figure it out. We couldn't figure out how to get the video off Reddit. But this is from Arc9 Bios. I finally figured it out. He calls this triple collateral headshot on Bloater Horde. So you can see that pod of bloaters approaching him. And right now they're kind of separated from each other, but they're slowly converging as they get close to his character. And first he's got to deal with all these zombies that are around him. But then he's got to take out those bloaters, and he gets all three of them with one shot.
Nice.
So Arc9 Bios, that was amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that. Thank you everybody who shares this stuff. And finally, the last thing I want to leave us with before we go is one other piece of art that Doug makes for the studio is our holiday cards. So this particular one, it's less of a zombie, more of a, I don't know, a dark elf maybe? I don't know what this guy is.
I think some undead elf or something. I don't know. It was late.
But yeah, it's got a Rudolph skull, which is nice. But then probably my favorite one is this one. I hope your holiday is bursting with joy. So
it's really easy for go-to entertainment. It's always the one that makes us giggle. So.
So whenever we send out our company season's greetings, Doug provides us with some hilarity. So, hey, Doug, thank you so much for coming in and chatting with us.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it. I love our fans. I love our game. So, it's been a long time that we've been doing this, and it's awesome when people are here digging what we make. So,
yeah, exactly.
Even when they don't, I like them.
And I also want to thank Brant for coming in here and helping me keep track of the chat while we were playing the game, and also encouraging me as I was sacrificing myself in the altar of Shaggy Jack.
Well, thanks again, Doug, for coming. I know we keep you really busy on all fronts, and it's always great to let everybody see the creative genius behind this. So, thanks, man.
Aww.
And of course, all of you have both of these guys to thank for the concept of State of Decay, which was cooked up by them when they were working together in a different studio. And this entire company was founded on the strength of this idea that these guys brought in. So I'm grateful to work with both of you guys, and also especially glad for those folks in our audience who've been sticking with us all this time. Thank you so much for playing our game. We're really glad to have you, and we got to wrap up this stream. So yeah, see you later.
Yeah, let's
Thanks,
make it
everyone.
awkward.
Maximum awkwardness. So now we just got 20 seconds of YouTube end screen. Also, check down in the doobly-doo. We're going to link Doug's comic book so people can go click on it.
I bet I could dig up some of the earlier holiday cards too.
Yeah.
That'd be
And
funny.
I've actually got the Gentleman Cadaver stuff. I just forgot to include it.
Oh my God, we need that.
Got to get it up there somewhere.
Now, my favorite holiday card was a snowman, a zombie snowman, pulling a red scarf out of like a hole in another snowman that was dead, and it looked like intestines.
It's like a Calvin and Hobbes snowman.
It was very much a Calvin and Hobbes style, but it was so Doug because this thing was playing with this loopy, gross intestine, but it happened to be a scarf. It was awesome.
All right. Well, with that, I'm actually going to end this stream. Thanks a lot, everybody, for being here.